right, welcome to class, everyone. Tuesday, today is the 12th. Wow, it's already May 12th, holy cow. May's just moving along. So today, it's gonna be some basics. When I get to the combinations that we're gonna do for hands and feet, I'm going to say the Korean as I demonstrate it. And if you're having trouble with Korean, or just as a refresher at home, say the Korean along with me as you practice it the first time as I'm demonstrating it, and then as we do our repetitions, we'll move through it a little bit faster to practice that technique full on. So let's do a warm up real quick. We'll start loosening up those shoulders. So rolling forward, good shoulder rolls backwards, going the other way. Good, let's loosen up the neck. So we'll go up and down, and then back and forth. Good, and then ear to shoulder. All right, so the whole arms, we're just gonna go up and down like this. Big, quick up and down motions. Good, and then we're going in and out. And then close. Do our twist, elbows nice and high. A little tight in the lower back. You might feel your spine crack. I know mine does all the time. Good. Put our knuckles on our waist. So big hip rotations. One way, then the other way. Excellent. All right, let's do a big body rotation. All the way around. And then other direction. Circle. All right, shake that loose. All right, so we're going to start out with some Hindu squats. They're a little different than the normal squats that we do. So front view, I'm going to start with my hands in a chambered position almost. My feet are about shoulder width apart. When I drop down to the floor, my heels come up and my hands drop down. When I come back up, I'm going to press into my heels and bring my hands up like I'm rowing. So in a side view, I'm starting this way, like I'm holding maybe a staff to my chest, if you want to imagine that. I'm going to drop down. As I drop down, my hands drop, my heels come up. I'm going to roll up. All right, and we're going to do them a little bit faster when we do squats. Usually squats with a little bit of nice, even, slower pace. We're going to move it a little bit faster so we get the lungs working as well for these. All right, so we're in a starting position. We're only going to do 20 of them. Count them off. Again, get your footing. And here we go. Hana, do, set, net, hasa, yasa, go, yoro, ha, yo, hana, do, set, net, hasa, yasa, go, yoro, ha, yo. Good. All right, shake the legs off. We're going to move to our push-ups today. We're going to keep with the Hindu theme. We're going to do Hindu push-ups. So Hindu push-ups start in a little different position. It's what would be, I consider an improper push-up position, but for Hindu push-ups, it's proper. So you're going to have your hands this way, your feet, again, about shoulder width apart, and we're almost, if you know yoga, almost like a downward dog position. So we have like a peak. So we're going to look down and scoop towards the floor until we come up, and we're looking up, and then we're gonna press back. So as you do that, you're working the chest, you're working mobility in your arms. We're getting nice and strong so we can do great blocks and chambers and things like that. So one more time demonstration. We're in this position, we scoop our body down, we come up, look up to the ceiling, and press back. We're going to do 10 of those. So do your best with these. They are a little bit more challenging than a normal push-up. So just work your best as we go through the next 10 sets of push-ups. So here we go. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Awesome. Yasa. Yoga. Yero. Aho. And yo. Good. This is a C10. 10 is enough to give you a good workout, and if you want to challenge yourself, you can always do more. So we're going to do some abs. Again, quick set of abs, a little bit different. We've done these before. We're going to do V-up. So the way we start a V-up is we're going to stand hands above our heads, feet straight out, almost like we call this the pencil position. When we come up, we're going to bring everything up at the same time. At your feet and back down. So one more time. I'm going to bring everything up at the same time and back down. So we're going to work 20 of those. Begin. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Tasa. Yasa. Ilga. Yero. Aha. Yo. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Tasa. Yasa. Ilga. Yero. Aho. Yo. Good. We're going to sit back up. Come up to standing. Take a deep breath. Take one more in. Good. All right, so now we're going to move to limber up kicks. Make sure our legs are ready for doing proper stances and doing awesome kicks. So we're going to take a front limber up stretch kick position. This is called Paul Chagi Shumbi, or we're going to do Paul Poto Legi, which is a stretch kick on the same side. So you're going to bring your leg up, touch your same shoulder, and bring it back down to starting position. Okay? Okay, keep your hands up for balance each time. Then we're going to do 10 each leg. Bring up the same shoulder. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Tasa. Yasa. Yoga. Yero. Aho. Yo. All right, the Korean term for switch is kyore. So over at kyore. Other side. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hasa. Yasa. Yoga. Yero. Aho. Yo. Good. And switching the other side. Kyore. All right, now we're going to go in to out. So a big swinging from one side to the other. So bring it to the opposite shoulder and swoop. Try to keep your knee locked because we are stretching. We'll do in to out kicks in our kicking portion. We're keeping that knee locked for stretching right now. So hands are up. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hasa. Yasa. Yoga. Yero. Aho. Yo. Kyore. Other side. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Tasa. Yasa. Yoga. Yero. Aho. Yo. Kyore. Now we're going to the opposite direction. Out to in. So I'm going to start from the outside of my body, bring it to the center, drop it down at where I started. 10 times aside. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hasa. Yasa. Yoga. Yero. Aho. Yo. Kyore. Other side. Hana. Do. Set. Net. sides. Kyode. All right, we're gonna come back to Chumi for this one. The last stretch kick we're gonna do is a side stretch. So good. What you do is we're gonna put our hands out, swing our leg, touch our hand. If it's too easy, bring your hand up a little bit each time until you get to where you think it's just far enough that you're getting a good stretch, but not making your form improper. So our hands are out. I usually start about my belt high and then raise up as necessary. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Tasa. Yasa. Go. Ro. Aho. Yo. Kyore. Ha. Do. Set. Net. Tasa. Yasa. Yo. Ro. Aho. Yo. Good. All right, shake your legs off. Time for Kicho Suki. Kicho meaning basic, Suki hand technique. So Kicho Suki. Every time you hear Kicho, you want to think basic technique. We've been doing a lot of Kicho, a lot of basics, because the basics, like I've mentioned before, are the foundation for everything. So I'm going to demonstrate and say the Korean as I demonstrate. Then we'll do the technique as we've been doing 3 times. So at home, you're on your honor. This will help you refresh if you already know the Korean and you're familiar with it. If you're not that familiar with it, this will help make it stick. Say it as you do it so that you can associate the motion and the movement with the word and with the command. All right, so we're from Churiet to Chumbi. The first hand technique we're going to do is Anaso Pakaromaki, Pakeso Honoromaki. One more time. Anaso Pakaromaki, Pakeso Honoromaki. We're going to have 3 times on each side in front stance. So as you move, boom, big front stance each time, and hold that front stance for the second block. So, Anaso Pakaromaki, Pakeso Honoromaki. First time. Hana. Do. Set. We're going to move to the other side first now. Kyore. Switching. Hana. Do. Set. All right, back to Chumbi. Now we're going to do a Sangdan Maki. A Pseudo Kongkyuk. And then a Jangkwan Kongkyuk. So one more time, that's Sangdan Maki, Pseudo Kongkyuk, Jangkwan Kongkyuk. So Makis are blocks, Kongkyuks are attacks. So anytime we're doing an attack, it's like you're going to hear that Kongkyuk. Sangdan Maki, Pseudo Kongkyuk, Jangkwan Kongkyuk. Here we go. Hana! Do! Set! Other side. Hana! Do! Set! And back to Chumbi. All right, next one we're going to do is in Huko Jase, or fighter stance. The previous ones we've done are in Chunko Jase, which is in front stance. So, Huko Jase, we're going to do Yuk Jin. So that's Yuk Jin for 2 motions. So one more time, Yuk Jin is this complete motion here. The block and the strike go together in Huko Jase fighter stance to be Yuk Jin. 3 times a side. Hana. Do. Set. Other side. Hana. Do. good. All right, and next one in fighter stance, Huko Jase. We're going to do Hadan, Sangsu, Sudomaki. So Hadan, Sangsu, Sudomaki. Each word has a meaning to it. Hadan, Sangsu, Sudomaki. And then we're going to do Iji, Kwansu, Konkyak. Hadan, Sangsu, Sudomaki, Iji, Kwansu, Konkyak. Do it 3 times this up. Hana! Do. Set. Other side. Hana! Do. Set. All right, next 2, the final 2, are going to be in Kima Jase, horse stance. So we're going to start with Yup Maki, Chungdan Konkyak. One more time. That's Yup Maki, Chungdan Konkyak. 3 times each side. Hana! Do! Set! Other side. Hana! Do! Set! And back to Chumbi. Final one. All the techniques are going to be with the same hand. So we're going to step into Kima Jase and do a Shungdan Hangjin. Take that hand back across your body and do a Hadan Maki. Rechamber it and do another Shungdan Hangjin. So one more time. Shungdan Hangjin, Hadan Maki, Shungdan Hangjin. Hana! Ha! Do! Set! Other side. Hana! Do! Set! Okay. All right, shake that off. Shake your legs off. Straighten out as necessary. We're going to move to kicking now. So kicking, Kicho Joki. Kicking, basic kicking techniques. Kicho Joki. So, basic kicks. Combination number 1. We're always going to start from Huko Jase, or fighter stance. So we're going to do a Yup Chaki, a Duidolio Chaki, and a Chiki. One more time. Yup Chaki, Duidolio Chaki, and Chiki. 3 times this side. Take your fighter stance. Hana! Ha! Do! Set! All right, other side. Why not make them both even? Hana! Next one, we're going to do an E, Dolio Chaki. So E refers to the number 2. We're going to do 2 Dolio Chakis. Il, E. Put the foot down, and then Anaso Pakaro Chaki. One more time. E, Dolio Chaki. Anaso Pakaro Chaki. Let's do it together 3 times each side. Hana! Other side. Hana. Hop. Yo. Set. All right. Next one, the first two kicks are going to be off of the front leg first, and then we'll move to the back leg. So off the lead leg, we're going to do Yapuryo Chaki, Yup Chaki, Pakiso Anoro Chaki with the back leg. So one more time. Yapuryo Chaki, keep it up, Yup Chaki, Pakiso Anoro Chaki. Let's do this one 3 times. Hana. Hop. Yo. Set. Hop. 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 Other side now. Hana. Last one. Set. Excellent. All right, so next one. I'm going to do this one. 2 kicks off the back leg. And then put the leg in front. And then we're going to do the next kick. So, the back leg. Bit Chaki. And then Dolio Chaki. Placing the foot down, Dwi Tolio, Anaso Pakaro Chaki. All right, Bit Chaki, in case you can't tell, the little diagonal motion, that's the diagonal kick. Boom. All right, so we're going to do Bit Chaki, keep it up, Dolio Chaki, and then Dwi Tolio, Anaso Pakaro Chaki. And let's try to bring that leg all the way back around. And again, as always mentioned with spinning kicks, or anything for that matter, but especially spinning kicks, be aware of your surroundings, people, pets, things. Make sure you're not kicking anything you shouldn't be. All right, here we go with that combination. Hana! Do! Set. All right, other side. Hana! Do! Set. All right. Next 2 combinations, these are the last 2, are jumping. All right, so get your jumping legs ready. So, first kick we're going to do in this next combination is an up Chaki off the front leg. Then we're going to do an Idan up Chaki. So we're still using the front leg. And then we're going to do a Dea up Chaki. Finally using the back leg. You notice the theme here is up Chaki, same kick each time. So, lead leg, up Chaki, Idan, up Chaki, Dea, up Chaki. So we're using both types of jumps that we have. 3 times a side. Here we go. Hana. Haya. Oh. Ha. Set. Haya. Other side. Hana. Haya. Yo. Haya. Set. Haya. All right, last combination. And we'll get to a stretch. We will lead Dolio Chaki. Boom. Do a Deya Dolio Chaki. Boom. Deya Dui Dolio Chaki. So we got 2 jump kicks again. So lead leg, Dolio Chaki. Boom. Deya Dolio Chaki. Deya Dui Dolio Chaki. So 2 Deya kicks. Here we go, 3 times the side. Haya. Haya. Do. Set. Haya. Other side. There. Kyode, switching. Haya. Haya. Yo. Haya. Last one. Set. Haya. Good. Shake that off. Awesome job. Fix yourself as necessary. If you're wearing a uniform or a belt, give it a good tug, tighten it up. Let's do our stretch. Get those legs stretched out for after doing our kicks. It's a nice long front stretch. So hopefully you are repeating the Korean with me. That helps you learn the Korean. That's how I learned it. The books that you receive as student members, they have terminology in the back. Switch. Make sure you're reviewing that. Remember, I do test you prior to GUP testing. I give you a written test, and that's because for black belt, you need to know your student manual, front cover to back cover. Switch sides, so it's everything in there. History, terminology, things in the captions. They can test you on all of that, and it's important to know because that's our history. It tells you about Grandmaster Shin, and that tells you about how he got started. Switch, where Tong Sudo came from, what our terminology is. That's all important stuff that needs passed on just as much as the techniques do. Okay, Grandmaster Shin always mentioned that the mind is training just as much as the body, if not more. He would tell us he can teach monkeys to punch and kick, but the guide to true Tong Su warrior is using their brain as well. Stretch down. Very good. We're going to lean to one side, do a half split. Switch to the other side, half split on the other side. Okay, let's do our sumo stretch. Bend down, take those elbows, press those knees out. Nice deep sumo stretch. Have the hands planted. More stretch. You can reach behind your heels tonight. Get a little extra pull. Not just somebody's pulling you by your belt, lifting up to the ceiling. And there's an extra little tug there. Now bring your hands in to the center and walk your feet in. A little bit different. Hamstring, your standard hamstring stretch. Good. Hold that. Bend those knees, press up. See, I'm sweating good tonight, as I always am. I'm working hard with you guys. Let's get the lower back a nice stretch. Hands in the lower back, just lean backwards. I know some of you out there can do those awesome back bends. Doing those properly, bridging is a very good exercise for your back if you can do it, as long as you're safe about it. Anyway, so thanks for doing class with me tonight. Make sure you're checking in to tell me you attended so I can give you your class credit. Thursday is going to be more basics as always, but we're going to work on Hori Twilki. So homework is to look that up and send me a message or post in the comments what Hori Twilki is. I kind of reference it with the little motion that I did. So look it up, or if you know what it is, mention it in the comments, and make sure you check into class tonight. And great training with you all again. Cheerio! 2, 3, Tongsu.